got a fish. We're here for walleyes, buddy. Swing him right on in. Way to go, Jerk Master. Now that's a surprise. I was just gonna kind of open up a segment here, and I got interrupted by this guy. Boy, you know, Tex would love to eat that one. And he's legal too, but I suppose I could let him go, or maybe I'll keep him and call Tex and see if he wants this fish. But I was actually just gonna say, it's probably going to be a pretty tough day. We're right at the end of May here. We've had unbelievably cold water temps compared to normal, at least 10 degrees below normal. And we've got a real high heat situation out here today. Actually, that's been the pattern the last 3 days. Anytime you have a situation where the air temperature is drastically higher than the water temperature, that's generally a really tough bite. It's kind of like a drastic cold front. So the last couple of days, we've had the high heat and we've had calm. At least we've got some wind today and a little bit of cloud cover, so that should help. And if you ever can, the one thing I always say is, if you can time the amount of time you're going to be on the water, or you've got X amount of time, but you can time when to be out there. What we did today is we saw a chance of rain, 40% from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. It just so happens that also the moonrise is at like 5:40 or something like that. So that's when we're targeting. We're literally getting out now about 2:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be hot. It's supposed to be hot and clear later, but hopefully we're out here for a 4-hour period when the fishing should be the best. Well, we're up here in a spot where I saw quite a few smallies a day ago in the calm weather. Got a hard bottom here, sand, a little bit of muck, and a little bit of old bulrush. Hoping with a little wind coming in and a few clouds, they might be a little more apt to hit here. If I get hit, it's going to totally rock my tree because I'm busy gawking all over the place looking for one here. Our multi-species attempts have changed again, being that we've got moonrise coming up here and supposedly the best chance of rain today. Switching over to a few muskies. No sightings so far, but I guess that's fairly common with muskies. We're just waiting for the one bite, maybe two. There's a little more weed here now.
Do you think it's weird that I caught that bass on a bucktail?
No, I don't think it's weird at all that you caught that bass on a bucktail. However, it made me a little jealous and rethinking my whole plan, knowing that I actually tried for bass for a little while, and apparently I was using lures that were too small, because that was a nice bass. I should have been using the Rolling Thunder. Heavy tackle for bass. Maybe I should be using a jig and a minnow right now for muskie. Always something to think about when you're fishing. I guess that's what makes it fun.
That or it's the muskie that's following them. Oh, look at this eagle coming. Look at this eagle. Yeah.
Oh, he ain't gonna do it though. Maybe, oh, maybe he is. Ooh, got one. Wow. Well, there's one less. That nature's a tough deal, boy. I'll tell you what, you don't want to be wandering around out here without Mom. Mom would have tried to take on that eagle, but there's one less baby duck. Well, now if a muskie grabs him, we know to switch to topwater lures. That's cruel. There we go. Now what were we talking about again?
The musky biting your trolling motor.
Oh yeah. So I very seriously pulled into a spot, high wind, didn't realize we had a shallow area. Reef came out a little further. I got 3-foot waves, and I literally put the trolling motor down and go back, glance down at my graph. That was the old days when you had to put them down manually. Look at my graph, we're only in 2 feet of water, so I turned the trolling motor on super high to pull myself off the rocks, and all of a sudden the motor goes and kaboom. So I figure I hit a rock, but that's right when I saw the whole muskie just flash right there, and then we got in, there was literally teeth marks in the lower unit of the trolling motor, and that is a true story, and I have witnesses. And I should have had a treble hook on the lower unit of my trolling motor, so those of you who like to fish in high winds may want to adapt things a little bit and maybe hang a 10-aught treble on the lower unit of your trolling motor. You never know, you could get more fish. Well, this is what happens now, is when the pontoon trolling by catches the muskie.
Well, calling it a day.
Calling it a day. You've got a dinner appointment, I got a dinner appointment, or my wife will probably beat me over the head. And I think we fished through the best part. I guess it was only somewhat the best part. You don't always succeed. That's why you keep coming back. Those are words of wisdom for all of life, actually. Fishermen are too stupid to ever quit, or at least I am. I know the guy behind the camera is the same way. He's way too stupid to quit. But right now, you still got to eat and got to keep your wife happy, that kind of thing. Prepare for text tomorrow. We'll catch them tomorrow. That's called a positive attitude. And this is called making sure you don't hit the shore.